So hello guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to Regina Space. This is my YouTube channel, the place where I get to share, learn and grow together with you guys. And today I'm back again with another video. Now I received a lot of love for the first video I came back with. I just want to thank everybody who left a comment, everybody who loved the video, left the like, everybody who has subscribed. Please keep on supporting your girl, keep on subscribing, keep on sharing. I mean, if you love the conversations going on the channel, please share with your friends. Let's get to 100 subscribers, guys. Really, we need to keep the channel growing. But all the same, thank you very much. I trust you're well. Let me know how you're doing down in the comment section today. And so today, as you can see on the title, so there's this whole trend going on of ins and out. In 2024, I want to do my 2024 ins and my 2024 outs. Basically, what are the things that I'm introducing into my life in 2024? Not really introducing, but things I want to live by. Yeah, sorry for that. Just the camera decided to do its own thing. Yeah, not really things that I'm introducing. I mean, it's things I'm introducing, but I would say it's things that I want to take intentionally, take seriously in 2024. So there are things I want to bring into my life or have them into my life intentionally. And there are things I want to take out of my life. And I do encourage you to do the same back at home. There are things, of course, that are serving you and things that are no longer serving you. And so let 2024 be that year of you are no longer keeping things that are not serving you. So I really want to do this and I want to talk over this. And most of the things are going to talk about mentality related, perception or psychology, how you live your life, think about yourself. And basically, what is internal basically informs what you bring into the external, into the whole world. So I'm going to be talking about especially the issues around, mentality, attitude, perception, views, even our outlooks. So I'm going to be talking such things, and believe you me, these lessons, if you find anything relevant, anything that you can bring into your life, or anything that resonates with you, whatever stage of life you are in, I hope you can take the lessons as well, and let's do this together. So the first in for me in 2024 is self-awareness on steroids, guys. Not just saying, I know I'm a kind person, I know I'm a loving person. So when I say self-awareness on steroids, for me, what I mean is questioning everything I feel and every thought. And not really to question to say that I'm wrong or I'm right. It's basically to know the basis. If I have a certain thought about someone, if I have a certain thought about something that is happening or a feeling, I've been actually finding myself questioning, Regina, why are you feeling that way? Why are you having such a thought? And I'll give an example. I've always considered myself to be someone who does not really care or is not affected by what people think or feel about me or how they perceive me. Or generally, I would say I've always wanted to manipulate what people think or feel about me, and not manipulate have them think a certain way and not the other way. It's basically sort of wanting to maintain this perfect picture, I would say. I'm being vulnerable, guys. 2024 calls for vulnerability. It's wanting to control what others think or feel about me. This deep-seated desire within me, to look and be the best in all areas, outdoing myself in everything, so that they would say, oh, she's hardworking, oh, she's beautiful, oh, she's ambitious, oh, she's goal driven, and all that. And sometimes I don't know where I picked this from, but I think it's something from childhood. When you're always being the one being clapped for, being told good job, you're doing very well, when you're always used as an example even to the others, somehow I think you just pick things without knowing that they are going to inform how you think about yourself, how you see yourself, and how you even take yourself. So for example, something that is currently affecting me, So I did mention I'm currently doing my master's. So one of my fears currently is going back, of course, going back home, perhaps maybe going back to the old, the same neighborhood I was living in, going back to the same job I was doing, and then people making the comments like, went all the way to the UK for a master's and you're back to the same position, to the same use. So what use was it, for in your life? It hasn't changed your life. You're still the old you. I mean, we were just here, we were continuing with life. You just wasted your time. So such comments, the fears, that, sometimes feeling like that's like a real fear in me, like just going back to the same. And of course, like doing a master's is not like, doing something dramatic or, wanting to change the life. Of course, I did the masters. I came to do the masters because I want to build, my qualifications. I want to improve them. I want to build new skills. And of course, I knew it would open for me like other opportunities. But, let's be realistic. There's not so many opportunities nowadays in the world. So sometimes you would have to pick what comes. And of course, what I was doing previously, I have nothing wrong to say about it. I loved the job and everything. But of course, there was that desire to grow. But now going back to the same position, there are those fears, of course, and worries that especially what people are going to say, and I shouldn't be caring about that. Remember, I have always known myself to be a person who does not care about these things, but I've just realized that I really do care about it. Of course, I would say I don't care about it, but deep within, just questioning my belief. And that's why I'm saying 2024 is a self-awareness year. Self-awareness on steroids. Like, we're not joking. We have to question everything. We have to question all those thoughts, all those feelings. And I'm really questioning, even though they say that, why should that affect me? And I mean, why does it have to affect me, affect how I feel, affect how I think about even myself? It shouldn't. When you think about it, speaking rationally, it shouldn't. But in one way or another, it does. It does. And so I think these are maybe some things to unpack in therapy. So if you have been finding yourself in situations of, especially being in that dilemma of really being affected by things that shouldn't really be affecting you, please comment down below, because I hope I'm not alone. I hope like there are people who would share the same sentiments. And I remember one time a friend of mine mentioning, I had like this phone and all that, and you're like, it's because you care about what others think about you, or it's because you really care so much about the image and all that. And I was like, no, I don't care about what other people, you think I bought this because I care what other people think about me? And I'm now questioning, really, why did I buy it? It was something so expensive, ridiculously expensive. And I've always wanted to live like not really frugal, but be a very minimal person, and not really like to care so much about the image or living a flashy lifestyle. That is what I always believed myself to be. But is that true? Is that true, Regina? Is that true? Don't you care? And I'm finding myself that somehow I think I care. Somehow it affects me. And that's one of the things I want to bring into 2024, to really get naked per se with myself, with my thoughts, with my feelings, with everything generally. Even if I feel some type of way about someone who is doing better than me, I'm always asking myself, but why do you feel some type of way? They're doing better than you. Why do you feel some type of way? Of course, we can say it's jealousy. And of course, I take jealousy to be a positive thing. It shows I admire that thing. I admire whatever it is they have. And if I admire, what are the steps did they take to achieve that thing? Can I be able to take the steps, to achieve that thing? Then I question myself, do I really want it, or I'm just, impressed by it at the moment? And 2024 is the year of self-awareness on steroids. And guys, I don't want to make this video very long, and I'm seeing we are 11 minutes in. Something that I now want to take out, and it's going to be the opposite. What I bring in, what I take out is the opposite of that. And what I'm taking out is the belief that I will ever be the best in everyone's eyes. It's easier said than done. I want to take it honestly. It's easier said than done, that this belief of wanting to be that perfect, that very good. But honestly, and this I know I can do in therapy and through working on myself way more, I want to take it out. Believing that you can never be the best,
Not
not
to
to
everyone,
anyone,
not
not
to
to
everyone,
anyone
really.
really. Yeah, we can never be the best. And so we have to give ourselves the love first, the validation and the kindness, so that deeply seated innate desire for me to be that perfect, for me to be the best, I want to take it away. I want to take it out. We cannot satisfy that desire. We cannot. Please accept that. We cannot satisfy that desire of wanting to be the best. Yes, we can be the best in our eyes, but your best will never be the next person's best. Everyone has different whatever yardsticks that they're using for whatever it is that you could be fighting so hard to be perceived to be the best or the perfect in it. So let's take away that desire. So I'm taking that away. Self-awareness on steroids in, and the deep innate desire to be desired or to be the perfect or to be the best, we're taking it out. And I said this video is about vulnerability, being honest. So 2024, another mentality that I want to bring into my life. And guys, I'm not just talking about things I went and Googled. These are things that I've been thinking about, things that I've been questioning, things that I have been dealing with. And because I don't like listening to motivation talks, I do listen to, and of course I am critical. I critique them and pick what works and what doesn't work. And perhaps sometimes nothing works. And it's okay, really. What I want to bring into 2024, and I want to take it forward, is stretching my muscles. Easier said than done. Not really going to the gym and all that. We'll talk about doing workouts another time. But for now, what I mean, guys, is for the last like 5 years, I've been in very comfortable positions, environment, friendships, relationships, work, career, environments that provided some level of stability, which is really good. And I'm finding myself currently in a situation whereby that has been shaken. And I'm the one who wanted to do the shaking. I'm the one who wanted to do the changes. But I've just realized that I was not stretching my muscles. Like what I went and learned in my undergraduate degree, what I did in campus. Of course, whatever it is you do, you go ahead and find a job in that whatever field. And if you're lucky, you get a job, you go ahead to be in that field. Not everyone is lucky to do that. I want to acknowledge that. It could be a privilege. It is a privilege, actually. Then what I've gone to do for my master's is related to my undergraduate, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's a privilege. I'm saying again. But then I've gotten into this place and seeing what other people are doing, and there are things I like. And it's not that I'm comparing myself. I'm really questioning and wondering, why have I never thought about doing this? Or why have I always been brushing, this off? Why didn't I go to this? Is it because I'm lazy, or it's because I hate it, or it's because I'm not interested in it? I hope there's someone who can relate. And for me, I've realized in most of the things, let's be honest, it's perhaps due to laziness, and those are areas that I want to improve on. Or perhaps I've just been very comfortable in this cocoon of just being around familiarity. I just want to be. And it's actually that saying that when they say, when you're swimming, when you're a smaller fish, you're okay swimming in the smaller pond. But now sometimes you have to become like the bigger fish, and you'd want to swim in the big pond. It's like wanting to always be around people with the same mindset, with the same qualification, with the same whatever it is, with the same level of success, with the same mindset, with the same attitude. But it's not serving me. I just realized it's not serving serving me, or like you will always be the bigger fish if you're swimming in the smaller pond. That's what I mean. But for me, I think 2024, it's time to stretch those muscles, time to go into unfamiliar territories. I think it would really do me good. It has done me well so far by the small changes that I decided to introduce. And, in the same manner, I hope you can be able to look at your life and just think, are you the bigger fish swimming in the smaller pond? And really not to disrespect like what I've been doing or to undervalue it really, or who I have been for the past several years, but really to realize when it's the moment like to stretch things a little bit, to move, to different areas or do different things. And really 2024 is about that, stretching the muscles, And so what I want to take out, always going to the familiar, always looking for the familiar. What is familiar? Oh, this feels familiar. Oh, this provides stability. Oh, I don't do that. 2024 is that year of really, not really ditching the familiar, but giving myself the permission to explore the unfamiliar territories as well. And just to see, what will that bring into my life. And so far, it has been going on well. Something else that we are bringing into 2024, getting freaking serious. 2024. And I'm not saying I've been a joker. Many people know me to be a very serious person. And it's true, I am serious. But there are things that perhaps I don't take serious and I should be taking them serious. Yeah, there are things I've not been taking serious, or perhaps thinking that there will always be opportunities to right wrongs. Sometimes there are no opportunities to right wrongs. I believe that to be true, but sometimes there are wrongs that really either you don't have time to right, or the wise thing is to actually start by doing the right thing and not really do the wrong thing, hoping that you will have another time to do it right. Actually, I think what they say is that as human beings, the mistake that we make every day is living like we already know that tomorrow is already granted to unto us. And it's not. Our life, we don't have control over our life. And I like listening to the Diary of CEOs and what those guys say. Our life is not guaranteed. So I have to start by doing the right thing now, not thinking that there'll always be an opportunity. Oh, I'll do that when I get to my 40s or my 50s, And I'm not going to mention the specific examples of those things that I would want to take, seriously. I mean, I could mention, why not? Things like finances. Have I been living on a budget? Have I been saving enough? Have I been investing enough? Have I been making enough, really? So it's time to get freaking serious. It's time to get freaking serious, start investing, start saving even for our retirement. Yeah, just making financially sound decisions. And I know when it comes to finances, we all have our own, weaknesses and challenges, even in terms of our health. Perhaps there are practices, there are things we are doing, and we know they are jeopardizing our health. Why are we still doing them? I think we need psychologists to help us. Like, how do we know something is wrong, but we keep on doing it? Really, someone, please make us understand what is wrong with us. So what I want to take out is the belief that somehow life is not that serious. I mean, life, and I hope you understand, it doesn't mean that, you have to be so afraid of making mistakes. Because there are places and contexts and situations where mistakes are allowed, and it's only through making mistakes that you're going to learn. But I feel like there are situations or areas where really, and especially doing the wrong thing when actually, let me say, in situations or areas what is the right thing to do, but you keep doing the wrong thing. I don't know whether that makes sense to you guys. You know what the right thing is, but you keep doing the wrong thing. Those are the things that I'm talking about. Issues with our diet, our health, our finances, even with our loved ones, our families. We know sometimes what is the right thing to do, but because of our ego, we don't want to do it. So 2024 is the year of getting freaking serious, and of course, taking the joking, the unserious, the uncaring side out. And the last mindset that I'm taking in 2024, and this is very important, is developing my own moral philosophy. philosophy. And perhaps that's a big word, but I was listening to the Diary of a CEO the other day. I hope you guys listen to that podcast because there are very good nuggets that come out of it. Just I've been questioning myself actually this year a lot, like where does my moral philosophy come from? Is it because of how I grew up, the environment I lived in, how I was socialized, my parents, those who are around me? Of course, they said this is right, this is wrong, this is right, this is wrong, don't do that, don't repeat that, don't say that again, it's not right to do that, it's not right to speak like that. Where does it really come from? And I'm a Christian, it should be coming from the Word of God, which is right. Yeah. But now I want to develop my own moral philosophy, one that I can justify, that even if I have my child one day and tell them, don't do that, and they ask me why, I will be able to explain to them it is because of this and this, and mom and dad did this and this, and if you do this and this happens. Because we grew up in this era, perhaps you'd question, why shouldn't I do that? Why are you telling me to do this? And it was because I said so. Isn't that what our mother said? I mean, at least my own mother would say that. It's because I said so. And most of it, actually, the podcast I was listening to, I can't remember the name of the particular guest, but the moral philosophy really, no, I think it's the happiness expert. He's professor from Harvard University. But our moral philosophy, it's actually, most of it is in us. It's the gut, it's the inner voice, it's our instincts. And so what I'm going to take out this year after developing my own moral philosophy, as I continue to develop it, because it's not something you sit down and write and move on, stop sinning against myself. That I want to take out. Please let me repeat that. In 2024, what I'm taking out is sinning against myself. Yes, I'm a Christian. We sin against God all the time. We sin, but we also sin against ourselves. And there are various ways we do that. And there are various ways I've been doing that. Sometimes you do things and in your instincts, you're like, what did I just do? Yeah. You know what that expression means, right? You've not done the right thing, or you've not done the thing that aligns with your instincts, with your gut. So that's what I want to take out. And I really want to gather the courage, and I hope God gives me the courage to really do that, because sometimes I know it's easier said than done. Stop sinning against myself. If something is no longer serving, it doesn't feel right, or even in my thoughts, it's not right, or it gives me a bad feeling, I'm going to take it out. And guys, I hope by the end of the year we'll gather again here just to review how we've done, really, because I think this mentality or these ideas or these philosophies are going to really help us. And especially for me, I feel like I'm in the right trajectory, and I'm really happy that these things are coming into my mind when the year is beginning, because I really want to see where I'll be when the year is ending. I really hope I come back and really get to see how the progress has been. And so thank you guys. If you watched this video to this point, I want to thank you so much. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to my channel and share the video. I'll see you in the next one.